Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. This is an article here, and it basically goes into, a group of Jakes that have got this, small plot of land in the Colorado hills, and they, it's basically, they're saying it's a place that they're building up reserved for the minority peoples, which who are the minority peoples in America, predominantly so-called Negroes and Hispanics, all right? But what you don't understand is, that's why it says Jonestown 2.0, man, all right? Because you want to build utopias in your captivity. These Jakes, which this is obviously a funded organization by Esau anyway, but nonetheless, Jake like to build, they like to make heaven in their hell pretty much. They want to build a utopia in a place that you was brought to serve slavery, man. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to read into the scriptures. This is it says Jonestown 2.0, Racism Edition. Radical anti-Semites crowd fund 65,000 for doomed city in Colorado mountains. Okay, a band of anti-colonial and racist activists have liberated land high in the Colorado mountains to build a utopian city for minorities. Commentators are expecting a rerun of the Jonestown cult, but with more anti-Semitism. Open communists, overtly anti-white and proudly anti-Semitic, the Black Hammer organization isn't afraid of a fight. The group's Twitter account fires off hourly invectives against the cave beast white race. Against the cave beast white race it sees as colonizers, and against the Jewish people it accuses of funding the pig departments and prison systems that mass incarcerate and kill us every day. Bizarrely, the group has taken a fix on Anne Frank, calling the Holocaust victim a bleach demon, whose death to them overshadowed the suffering of colonized people worldwide. Okay, so this is their group on Twitter, and this is obviously set up by Esau anyway, and this is gonna get Jakes and minority peoples, Negro, so-called minorities, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that don't have the truth. It's just another movement for them to join in, man, pretty much. All right. Because we're the Israelites. That's what you don't understand. You got all these Jakes, these 2/3. They're making all these movements, anti-white movements, and movements to liberate themselves from up under the hand of Esau. But you're never gonna get free from Esau. Only the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna do that, man. And he's gonna do that by destroying America and delivering the hopeful elect, man. So I'm gonna read this here. It says, this is what they posted on their Twitter. Anne Frank's father participated in an imperial army that went abroad and killed African people every day, but we're supposed to cry for the bleach demon. What makes it even worse is proceeds of her diary, which was filled in by her father, go towards genocide of Palestinians. This is just stuff that they're posting up. So it says Black Hammer members have taken part in rallies and protests across the country, but the scant media reports on their activities don't mention the racism and apparently pathological fixation on Jews. Instead, they praise the activist group for holding vigils for coronavirus victims, Salakia said that word right there, victims, and handing out masks, food and clothing to their fellow people of color. But while they've been pushing Farrakhan-style racism on Twitter and getting stuck into charity work on the streets, Black Hammer's members have been stockpiling cash. A GoFundMe campaign organized by the group has pulled in nearly 65,000 since last July. The group want 500,000 to build a city of their own. All right, so that's their objective, which is set up by Esau anyway, and they probably have a puppet, so-called Negro leader that's a puppet that works for the Edomite governments, man. And when I say Edomite, I mean so-called white people's governments, man. All right, and it says they want to build a city of their own. But what do the scriptures say, man? I'm going to read it in. But this is pretty much the point. You can check this article, and this is the group. They call themselves the Black Hammer group, and their objective is to pretty much, which you can see is a bunch of Jakes and looks like Jake and Latino tribes, man. And their objective is to, what is their objective? Is to pretty much build a city of their own, all right? in the Colorado mountains, all right? Which these guys are, the leaders of them are obviously set up by Esau, man. But that's their objective, is to build cities in the Colorado mountains, man, okay? For the minority people. So you want to build a place, a utopia in the land of our captivity, man, which the scriptures already tell us what that's all about, man. You've had that in the past. You've had Jakes, you've had towns in Chicago where you had prosperous so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and Esau destroyed all of that, man. You had Rosewood, where Esau destroyed that, man. You had one of the famous ones, Black Wall Street, but there was many Black Wall Streets in America, many towns of prosperous Jakes coming out of slavery, doing well for themselves, but Esau destroyed it. Why? Because America, which is Babylon the Great, is a land of, the land of our slavery, all right? It's not a land for us to be prosperous and to basically enjoy ourselves, all right? It's a land for us to suffer, man. Okay, it's our punishment. Okay, so this is Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." All right, and that's the Lord saying, "Arise ye and depart." Arise ye and depart from where? Arise ye and depart from the mentality that you've been put under Esau's captivity, man. Arise ye and depart, for it's not your rest. What's not your rest? America, Babylon the Great. Wherever the Israelites are scattered, whether it be in Brazil, whether it be in England, but primarily America, which is Babylon the Great, we're supposed to arise ye and depart mentally from the captivity that we've been in. All right? Because we've been in captivity, we've been in slavery under our enemies, man. Chiefly the so-called white man. We've been under his authority, under his rule, under his rulership, man. So the Lord said, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." So that Black Hammer movement, so-called Black Hammer movement, whatever it is, how can you build, a town for the minority people in a land where the Lord said is polluted? You want to build a place for the minority so-called minority peoples in a polluted land, man, because the scriptures are telling you, "Arise ye and depart, for it's not your rest." So America, you can build all the houses you want to build. That place isn't a place for the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans to rest. It's a place of our punishment, our captivity. So the Lord said, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." What's going to destroy us? Babylon the Great, man, which is America, right? It's going to destroy you, even with a sore destruction, because at the end of the day, the Lord's going to destroy America, man, by the nuclear missiles. So if you believe in it, if you believe that America, which is Babylon the Great, or wherever you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are scattered on the planet, if you believe that place you can prosper in it, it's going to destroy you, man. But that's primarily America, man. All right, because if you believe in America, man, the so-called American dream, which America's done, man. All right, Babylon, which is America, is done. All right, so the ones of our people that still believe in it, you're gonna die in destruction, man. Which is gonna be the nuclear missiles, which is gonna end this world we're in, this current society that we're in. The nuclear missiles is gonna end it, man. All right, it's gonna finish this place off, man. Starting with America, right? Babylon the Great, man. Isaiah 10:20. "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth." And that's what's happening now. All right, the remnant of Israel, which Israel's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? The remnant, which is the hopeful elect, the believing Akim that believe, we're not going to stay upon him that smote us, man. Who's the one that smote us? The so-called white man. See, because we're under his authority, we're under his world, his system as right now, which is coming to his end. But we're not going to stay upon them, meaning we're not going to believe in this place. We're going to rise up and depart mentally from this society, man. We mentally know that we're the Israelites now. We teach that we're the Israelites. We teach the ones of our people that were here, that will adhere to the word. We teach them that they're the Israelites. We push that word out there, that we're the Israelites. We have laws that we keep. We have a belief that we keep, but we're just in this captivity, and we teach the prophecies that Yahushua is going to return, man. So it says, "Shall no more stay upon him that smote them," which the so-called white man smote us, all right, with slavery, captivity. What do you think the transatlantic slave trade was about? That's smoting us, man. All right. cops killing us in the streets in America. That's like, you get pulled over, they think you have a gun, they shoot and kill you. That's smoting you, man. So that's what that is. So how can you build a utopia or a place of rest for the minority peoples in a land where you was bought to be smoked, man? Which is America, man. You see, so the Lord said and that's happening now. The remnant is returning. It says, the remnant of Israel shall, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right, and that's what we're doing. We're staying upon the Holy, meaning we believe in back again in our power. All right, we're praying to the right power. We know now that we are the children of Israel. Right. All right. It says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. Okay. And that's what we've been doing, man. The hopeful elect. So we've been doing this work to gather in the elect, man. See, because the elect ain't gonna fall for these new movements that come about for Negroes, Hispanics in this world. The so-called black hand. Let's move to it. Let's make a utopia in slavery. No, the elect. We know this place is gonna be destroyed, man. America's got blood on its hands, man. But there's too much blood's been shed there. How can you have peace in a land where? How can you find peace in a place where there's blood on the land, man? It don't work like that. There has to be a judgment to the place, and that's where the nuclear missiles come in, man. But we're looking forward to the end of this place anyway. All right, you 2/3, you still are thinking about building, a utopia in your captivity, man. You want to build a place of rest. You want to earn Esau's money. You want to get into Esau's politics. You want, infrastructures in Esau's society, man. We're going to see it destroyed, man. And that's where it's going, all right? And no matter what you do, all right, in this society, the so-called white man will never look at you Negroes and Hispanics and Native American peoples, which you're the Israelites. He'll never look at you as equal. No matter how much money you have in this world, no matter how much you own in this world, he will never look at you as equal. And that's all you Jakes want. You want to be equal to people so lucky that was Satan there. So you want to be equal to people that you're over, man. You see? That's why the Lord's going to destroy 2/3, man. He's going to destroy you in your simplicity, man. But the elect, they're going to return back to Yahushua. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Lord hath prepared for them that love him. And what is the things that the Lord has prepared for the hopeful elect, the remnant that have returned? The kingdom of heaven, man. And really, ultimately, all Israel. It's just that 2/3 of the Israelites on this side have to be punished, man, for their sins, right? And then you're going to be born again into the new world. But it says, but the things I've not heard, into the heart of man, the things which the Lord have prepared for them that love him, man. All right, that's the kingdom of heaven. That's us having Esau and slavery. That's us having our families in order. That's us having everything back in righteousness, man. Not in this world. We have to wait for that to come. So it says, and finally having peace, all right? Which you're not going to get peace in the society of these devils, man. This is the devil's society. How can you have peace when the devil's ruling? It doesn't make sense. So it says, but the Lord have revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Lord. So the Lord's revealed unto us our future, man, by his Spirit, by the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which it tells you in, I believe it's Psalms 40:7, the Spirit of the Lord is the Spirit of prophecy, man. All right? So there is no peace in this place, man. You can't build utopia towns in Esau's society, man. All right? The peace is going to come in the kingdom in the future, man, through Yahushai. All right? So with that, I'm just going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom, shalom.